G'day guys, welcome back to Outer Range 4x4. Welcome back for another video. Today's a product review video, but it's also more of an informational video on something sitting just on the table right behind me here, which if you follow me on Instagram, you've probably seen me post about countless times, and it is the survival first aid kits. So with the kits I've got, you can pretty much split them into two different areas. You've got the specialty ones. As we can see, we've got our snake bite kit and we've got the new survival hiking kit. And then over this side, we've got our more medical sided ones. So we've got the survival wallet, we've got the family kit, and we've got the vehicle kit. So all the survival kits have got one thing in common, and that's this color coding. So they've got red for trauma, blue for hygiene, green for information, and black for utilities. Now, as you can see, the vehicle and the family kit both show it on the front, whereas the snake bite and the hiking kit don't show the color coding. However, they all stay the same. So once you open your first aid kit up, you might get a little overwhelmed with how much there is, but that's depending on which kit you get, which I'll explain the difference between the kits soon. But pretty much as we spoke about before, everything still applies. We've got red for trauma, blue for hygiene, green for information up in the corner here, and black for utilities in the same spot. So it's going to be really easy to find where everything is. Another key little thing in all the kits, if we look closely here, you can actually see numbers on all the different things. So it tells you how many of each item you should have. So once you've used the kit a bit and you need to restock it, you're going to know what you need to order and how much you need to order, which I'll show you how to restock. So on the front of the kits, you've actually got 3 QR codes, which you might have noticed before. So there's 3. There's iFirst, which is Survival's first aid app, which is really handy, and I'll show you a little bit about that at the end of the video. And then you've got the e-handbook, which is your first aid handbook, just obviously electronic. And they've also got the restock QR code. So if you scan this code, and I'll show a little bit of a screen share instead. Scanning the QR code will bring you to this part of the survival website, which is on the restock tab. So you can see you can get any restocks for the entire kit of your workplace or your family kit, your vehicle kit, and your handy or your compact kit. And even if you don't have one of these kits or your different kit, or you don't need the whole kit, you can get individual items across the website, and you can also add extra items to your kit that may not already be in your kit. And once you've gone ahead and ordered your restock, you get your nice little package, obviously size depending on how much you get. And inside, you'll open it up and you'll have a nice little photo of Mike and Jordan, some of the guys behind Survival, and obviously this little information thing here, which is the same that's on the front of the first aid kit over here. And inside you'll have everything that you've ordered to restock. And as you can see here, I've ordered a couple pressure bandages, I've got a couple wound dressings, I've got a lot of the hygiene items, some saline, some skin cleaning wipes, some hydrogel, also got some more tape, and I've got an antiseptic first aid spray. So as mentioned before, each item has a number on how much you should have. So obviously we've got, 2, we've got 2, 6, but what I'll talk about is the skin cleaning wipes I've used a couple of, same with the saline that's sitting over here in the corner. We need 9 skin cleaning wipes, I've only got 5, and we need 4 saline, I've only got 2. So in my restock order, I've got some skin cleaning wipes, and very easy, all you do is get them, tuck them back in. Now you could easily fit more than 9 in, you can fit more than most of everything, but obviously that's just the requirement. So if you want more, that's up to you. And same with the saline, is we'll then put the other 2 saline back in the corner here, and the first aid kit's all restocked. So the next thing I'll talk about, as I mentioned earlier, is the different kits I've got. So as I said over here, I've got 2 specialty kits, and I've got my medical kits over this side, including this one. So what the difference between the kit is, obviously they all say a different thing, they've all got a different purpose, but if I show you the difference between the vehicle kit and the family kit, now you might notice a lot of things in it look the same. We can see skin cleaning wipes, hydrogel, skin cleaning wipes, hydrogel. We've got our pressure bandages. We've got our utilities over here as well with the shears and the tweezers. And we've also got every other thing, the CPR kit and all the other bandages down here, which are everywhere in this kit. So the difference between these kits is that they've got the same things, but the family kit has more. So the family kit's catered obviously for a family, 3 to 5 people, whereas the vehicle kit's here is catered for, around 2 people. I have the family kit in my car because a lot of the time I go camping with a lot of people. I'm the one with the first aid kits all the time. Whereas this vehicle kit is what my mum has in her car because really it's only ever her in her car. And, you know, there's no need having one this big for her. While we're still on the topic of the medical things, we've got the survival wallet, which is a handy little thing that I specifically got because it sits in the car door. It's really easy to grab and you can grab it and take it wherever. It has a couple splinter probes, a lot of band-aids, some wound closures, small band-aids, and some more adhesive dressings. Now, the point of this one is it's got the little clip that comes with it, and you can just clip it onto your belt. You can shove it in your pocket, put it in your backpack. You can take it wherever that you won't want to take a full kit, but just in case you're going to get cuts. So I'll move on to the two specialty kits that I've got. One is, as mentioned before, the snakebite kit, and the other is the hiking kit. Now, this is a new kit from Survival, and I'll explain what's different about it after. But first, I'll go to the snakebite kit, which many of you have probably seen on the market. I have had this one in my car for probably about 3 or 4 years now, and it is an awesome little kit. I've never actually had to use it for a snake. I don't plan on having to use it for a snake, but in case I do, I've got it. So what's in this kit is there's not really any medical things as such. So you don't have a lot of band-aids, you don't have a lot of the skin cleaning wipes, you don't have a lot of the tape and saline. Matter of fact, you don't actually have any of it. So what this one is it's got a splint, it's got conforming pressure bandages, it's got 2 of the Survival Smart bandages, which I'll explain about soon. It does have a couple gauze swabs in here, and then up the back it has a special little thing. Comes with a pen, which the other kits do, and it has this little bit of paper which shows steps to deal with a snake bite, and on the back here, if someone gets bitten by a snake or spider bite or anything, what you can do is actually write down everything on this list here, write down everything about the person, the time, allergies and everything, so that as soon as they get medical attention from an ambulance or you take them to a hospital, you can give this to them and they know what's happened when it's happened. So that's pretty much the snakebite kit. There's not much to it, but you know, it packs a lot in such a little thing. It is a lifesaver kit. So the last kit I've got to talk about today is the hiking kit, which, as I've mentioned several times, is the new survival kit. This was one that was highly requested from them, and I spoke to Jordan about, and I got one to make some videos on, and obviously intend to use as well. So what this one is it's a little bit of a mix of the handy kit, which I don't have here today, but it's a smaller version of the vehicle, and the family kit, it's more meant for one person, and a combination of the snakebite kit. So inside, you can open up, you can see obviously a lot more red than what you saw before, but if you've got a keen eye, you might notice there's no obvious splint or smart bandage in here. Bit confusing, however, they are, and Survival have done something new. You can see the splint is actually packaged in here. And if I can get it out, it's in a vacuum sealed package, along with right up the back here is the new pressure bandage, which you might have seen in the box of restock stuff I have. This is also vacuum sealed as well. That is to save space. So as you can see, if I just fold it, very similar sized kits. However, the hiking kit, other than the fact it's only got 1 pressure bandage, whereas the snakebite's got 2 here, so it's 2 and 1. It packs a lot more for the same size due to the new vacuum sealing that they've done. And in this one, as it's a little bit different to the snakebite kit, it's got the tick spoon, it's still got the saline, it's got a lot of wound dressing stuff, all the red trauma. It's got a couple more utilities here. We've got the splinter probes. We've got a emergency blanket for shock and hypothermia, and then back down here we've also got skin cleaning wipes and some more gloves, and another triangular bandage up the top here. So the good thing though about the snakebite kit is it does have the splint plus 2 of the pressure bandages, whereas obviously the hiking kit has the splint up the top here and it's only got 1 pressure bandage. However, you can actually buy a second smart bandage, which is obviously vacuum sealed, designed for this kit, and you can fit 2 in there. And once you zip it back up, once it's all zipped back up, you can see it actually packs up pretty much the same, if not smaller than the snakebite kit, and it's got just as much as what the snakebite's got plus more. So they've really done something well with this new kit, and it's really good. So I wanted to talk about some of the cool items that Survival have in their kits that they've made for all the kits, which pretty much most of them have got. So I'll talk about one here, the Survival Splint. As I mentioned before, comes in the snakebite kit, and in the new hiking kit comes all vacuum sealed. And what it does is it rolls out. It's got slightly rigid, so it's not just foam. And what you do is you're meant to roll it out and put it on your arm and actually wrap it around your arm. Obviously, I can't really do it one-handed, but that's a really cool product of theirs, and it's really easy to roll back up too once you're done with it. You can see the images here, show how to use it. Put it around the arm, use some bandages, or your foot. So the next thing that I've mentioned several times is actually the Survival Smart Pressure Bandage, which, as I said, you can fit a second one in the hiking kit. Snakebite comes with two, both the vehicle kit and family kit have one in them as well. So what it is obviously a pressure bandage, as you can see here, holds dressings for sprains, venomous snakes, and funnel web spider bites. So, bandage that you roll around. However, the key thing with it is it's a stretchy bandage. So it's used to hold pressure. And this little rectangle here, to know that you've got the ideal pressure, if you actually stretch it out into a square, you can see they all do that, and it's on the other side as well. That's when you know you've got the right pressure to wrap it around the arm. It'll, stay on the arm, and that's how you're meant to use it for snake bites. One thing too is these bandages are also obviously rewashable. There is instructions on the packaging. As you can see here, it says warm soapy water, rinse, dry unstretched on a flat surface, do not iron. If you take care of them, they will last. So the next thing that's in a couple kits, not in the snakebite kit, however, is in the hiking kit, as you can already see it in my hands, is the shears. So these are good for cutting lots of cloth and stuff. Now, I'm not going to show you, but you could cut your clothes. And these are good because you can actually take them on a plane. I haven't yet. I will be later in the year, but from what I've seen from Mike when he's posted on social media is they've actually taken these on their carry-ons because they're blunt scissors. So you're allowed to, but they're a really cool piece of kit. And obviously, even though the snakebite kit doesn't have one, you can always get your own and add it in. So another cool little thing that sits and hangs up here in my family kit, which isn't in these two specialty kits, is a little CPR kit. So in here, you've got your CPR instructions. There's a skin cleaning wipe, a glove, and a face mask. They're all single-use only, so this is designed as, obviously single-use kit. Don't throw the package away, but once you use it, you just have to get some more stuff of it, or most of it with the gloves and the skin cleaning wipes. You can actually stock up from the kit, not the face mask though. You need to buy a new one. However, that's a handy little thing to grab, but if you also don't have time to grab that or the items out of it, on the other side of the kit, there is actually a CPR card. So the last thing that I want to talk about with the kits is actually something that you've probably been thinking the whole time. Where do I store things that I want to add myself? Now, in the family kit, you've got this zipper down here, which does have an instant cold compressed ice pack that came with the kit. It's also got that zipper pocket, and it's got two normal pockets here. This is where you can add your own things. So if there's things that you want to add that don't come in the kit, say you've got a special type Band-Aid you want to add some painkillers or other things, that's where you add them. And if you come over on the vehicle kit, once you open it up, they're on both sides here with zipper pockets, and then you open up fully, you've also got a third pocket here. So just a quick example. So this antiseptic spray that I ordered in my restock kit doesn't actually come in any of the kits that I have, and all I want, put it in there. Now it's stored in my kit. Now, one more thing that I want to talk about that's inside the kits is actually in the family kit up here. There's actually the first aid and brief book. So it shows stuff about CPR. There's a contents page, and each page has something on how to deal with medical problems. And it's also on the back here. It says what's in the contents of your kit. So you've got the handy kit, the vehicle kit, and the workplace and home kit, which that's what this one is. And obviously the vehicle kit's over there. And any other information you need about phone numbers to call. And another thing that Survival has is this booklet here, which I have had for ages. As you can see by it's a little bit worn out. It has a magnet here, so you can stick it up on your fridge or somewhere. And what it is a more detailed version of this little book, which is obviously, as it says, in brief. So it's the same thing. You got your CPR chart and you've got your whole contents page just down the side here, so you can quickly grab some. So where you want to go about choking. And we'll quickly flip to the page and it shows us everything we need to do with choking. And same with if we go to the eye injuries, everything we need to do to deal with those issues. If you get what Survival has called the outdoor bundle, which is this family kit plus the snakebite kit, it does also come with one of these books, same as if you get, I believe it's called the workplace bundle, comes with these two, and it comes with a little tray that you can mount on the wall to keep your first aid kit in. Otherwise, there's different bunch of bundles which come with, say, the snakebite kit and another kit, or you've got, I know there's the compact kit with the snakebite kit, which is their hiking bundle, which they had before they actually brought out this hiking kit. And yeah, a lot of bundles come with this, otherwise you can get it separately, or you've got the little one that comes in the kits, or the last thing is iFirst Aid. If you get that app, I highly suggest getting it. It's a really good app, or you've got the handbook. And the last and final thing that is on these 4 kits that I've got here, but it's not on this little wallet, obviously. I'll give you 5 seconds to guess. Yeah, all right, your time's up. So, they all have Molly on the back of them. The snakebite kit is a little bit different in terms of it's got this little Velcro patch and then it has the little clips. Whereas the vehicle and the family one have just got these clips, but they've got other straps you can run it under. And then same with the hiking kit, doesn't actually have the clips, but it's got these little tags that you can push in and under. So the point of those is that you can mount it on your backpack. If you've got a molly system in your car, your canopy, you can mount it on those. I know that Jordan from Survival's shown me, he, in his canopy, put like a little metal molly sheet up and he's attached his handy kit to that. And my backpack is a molly backpack, so I can keep the snakebite kit and now the hiking kit, I can attach it. Or you can actually, you know, if you get the little kits, you can attach them to your belt, attach them to wherever you need. They've got plenty of options. They've got little hooks up here. You can see the family kit and the vehicle kit have a couple more just because they're a bit heavier. There are plenty of ways to mount these and plenty of ways to keep them on you. One last thing, if you head on over to the Survival website, you can see at the moment they've got these limited edition kits, which are variants of the family and handy kit. But if you look in the top right over here, you got a first aid kit finder. So if you click it, opens up a little quiz. You can answer some questions. So obviously for me, I'm going to pick outdoor activities and select which outdoor activity would apply the most. Well, obviously camping. And would I like a first aid bundle for camping? We'll choose yes. What size kit? Well, since it's only going to be me and my partner, then we'll pick medium and we can go continue. And then this shows you what bundles and first aid kits are best suited to your needs. If you're ready to get your survival first aid kit, then head on over to the link in the description or use code OUTERRANGE for a sweet discount. Still a bit unsure? Then comment below or send us a message on Instagram or the team at Survival for help. There's a kit out there for everyone, and it's best to have it and not need it than need it and not have it. Stay protected with your survival kit today.